I got married to a man who I expected to spend my lifetime with him. When I came to Nairobi and started living with him, I had sensed something. I remember one day he came and akaambiwa na mtoto niko kwa maombi. Tulikuwa tumeomba sana na vile nilikuwa nasikia nimejazwa kabisa. So wakati nilirudi kwa nyumba, alifunga mlango ya sitting room na hiyo ingine ya kuingia kwa bedrooms nikafungiwa, akatoa mshipi.
Hello everyone and welcome to our today's program. As always, I'm your host, Jael Msumba. And before I proceed, I want to appreciate those one who are giving out feedback. For those one I'm here to respond, your feedback is on the way. And for those one who've made requests to come to the show, definitely you'll have a chance. So on today's program, I'm hosting a minister, servant of God, a very wonderful lady who is here to share with us her story. Her story is based on her marriage, why it failed. So she's here to inspire so many people who are in a relationship. So let's have her story.
My name is Suzan Wanjiro Kimani. I'm a mother of 3 and a born-again Christian. I'm a servant of God, and I've come to this channel to inspire, to talk about my story. I believe I might inspire 1 or 2 people out there because of what I've gone through.
Yes. Thanks so much, Suzan. I know you've been pushing for this chance,
Yeah.
and I've been trying to keep you on the fence, but finally we are here. So I would like you to tell us your story. What is exactly your story and what happened?
Okay, my story is mostly about marriage and divorce. I'm a divorced woman. About how many years? I was divorced in 2001. Mm-hmm. But I want to bring maybe how I got into marriage. And okay, I was a 19-year-old girl when I got married to a man who I expected to spend my lifetime with him. We came from the same place, in the same village, and okay, I got involved in that relationship when I was in school. I was in my A-levels. That time, those old days, we had A-levels. And because of peer pressure, you know, when you are so many girls and everyone wants to show that they are having boyfriends. Here I am, I didn't have a boyfriend. And somehow there was this man that was really wooing me in the village. He didn't wanted my relationship, but somehow was fearful. I was a timid girl, so I was very fearful. But one day I gathered my courage. Ile ya kuonyeshana, I'm also a lady, and I accepted his friendship. And we used to write letters, you know, those old days. Tulikuwa tuna exchange barua, ananiandikia barua. And every time he would send me letters, I would get some cash inside the letter. So ikawa, I think ni kama hiyo iliniingiza box. And ile unapatanga the pocket money ambao unapatiwa haitoshi. So unajipata unajibamba na ako kapesa, and then unajifanya wewe ni msichana huko nini. And that's how I got trapped in this relationship. Mm-hmm. So ile wakati wa kwenda village na nini, things happened. We went deeper in friendship, and that's how I got expectant. I was in my A-level. I was in Form 6 when I got expectant. And then, okay, when I got my baby in October, and I did my exam. I got the baby before I did the exam. I came to do the exam in school. And that's where now things started. My parents didn't want to support me. And I remember my father went to talk to the headmistress. I was to go back to school to repeat because they could see this girl, that outgoing girl. She had a big future before her. But somehow, the other man, the man is really pushing me. He wants to marry me. He lives in Nairobi. By then he was working with Kenya Power. So hizo zote sasa zikanifutia, and nikaona nika fall into the issue ya to get married. So I opted to get married, and somehow my father said, okay, we need to do the wedding. So we did the processes of wedding na we succeeded. But because of the plans for the wedding, I had to come, the last 2 weeks to the wedding, I had to come to Nairobi and be with him because there were so many things that we are doing because of the, you know the plans of the wedding. You have so many things that you are doing, you have to put in order. When I came to Nairobi and started living with him, within those 2 weeks, I had sensed something. And I felt as if the way nilikuwa nimeanza kuona tu karakta wake, nikaona hapana, me I feel as though sitaki kuolewa, because he was somehow dominant, and also I could see the way he is taking, they were female friends, and he would give them more priority than me. Nikaona ni kama I'm a village girl, anaona ka village girl ambao nikajinga, so ka innocent hakajui chochote, so he kind of took advantage. But okay, I decided to go and talk to one of the maids, a friend of mine who was one of the maids, and she was elderly than me. Nikafikiria atana, maybe she can advise me. So I went and talked to her and told her, okay, me, I feel this and this is happening, and I feel I don't want this marriage. But she told me, no, if this thing, we were embarrassed, it's an embarrassment, it's just 1 week before the wedding, what will people say, nini, nini. You know, some of these things, there are some things that we do, and we fear what will people say. If I was a very courageous girl by then, I think I would have done away with this marriage. And I would have gone back to the track and fulfill my dreams. So, okay, I decided to go ahead and get married. Then after getting married, I came to Nairobi.
And you didn't even raise the issue to him and ask him why prioritize his friends, his lady friends than you?
He was kind of intimidative. Ni wale watu ambao you are fearing to ask questions. Because when you talk to him concerning something, he feels that you are just like a baby. So akawa hataki kuulizwa maswali. I remember I talked to his friend to intervene because there was a situation, a bad situation that had happened. But the friend somehow, the man friend, somehow didn't know how to talk to him, and I think the man friend knew him. So that's how nikaendelea na harusi, na tukafanya harusi na nikakuja Nairobi na mtoto wangu. So tukaendelea kukaa, but after hatukumaliza mwaka mmoja, the sister came to live with us. So nikaletewa burden ya sister. Remember, I'm a 19-year-old girl. But then I think nilikuwa nimefikisha 20. Sijui mambo nyingi. Nimeletewa responsibility ingine ya msichana. And somehow, this guy never stood with me. Anything would happen, he would come and blame me. And the mother also was so much into this marriage. And kind of they would gang against me. Nikama, I was a foreigner in that home, and this man, he would never protect me. So I was fighting by myself. And so in the process, he started beating me. So he became violent. Anytime that I would talk to him, this is happening, tunagombana, vita inaanza, inakuwa hivyo. So tukawa, and then I feared to stay at home. Because remember, my parents didn't want me to get married. So nilikuwa na hiyo kaoga, nitaenda kuambia how do I start? So nikawa na keep quiet na zile vita nilikuwa napata. nikaendelea na kuvumilia until now ikafika wakati nikapata my second born daughter. That's when I got saved. That was 1990. I got saved, and I felt now let me run to God. That maybe I may get some comfort. And surely I put my trust in God, and I started serving God. I started praying to God concerning my marriage. After some time, even he got saved. So I thought now things will be work because he has gotten saved. Now we are okay, we continue. But where
by the time he was getting saved, had he shown that signs of changing, being a good guy, or he just came up one day and?
For some time he showed that he was good, but my issue was this guy always used to suspect me. He always thought I'm being owed by other men out there. Anytime I would go out, I would be out without him. He was always suspicious. And in fact, there's a time I could not go to the house after him. It was a problem. He would beat me. In fact, ikafika wakati, and remember, he had gotten saved. In the process, he had started serving God. He was evangelizing, and anytime he would come and meet me, I'm not in the house. Hiyo ni vita, nilikuwa nachapwa. And I thank God because nilishikana na wamama ambao they were prayerful. So we began a prayer group. So tulikuwa tunaenda tunaomba pamoja. Tukiomba pamoja, I remember one day he came and akaambiwa na mtoto niko kwa maombi. Mtoto alinikujia. I knew ile itapatikana.
Mkipiga unaelekea kupata.
Okay, I remember when tulikuwa tumeomba sana na vile nilikuwa nasikia nimejazwa kabisa, ninasikia kweli Roho wa Mungu amemove. So wakati nilirudi kwa nyumba, alifunga mlango ya sitting room na hiyo ingine ya kuingia kwa bedrooms nikafungiwa, akatoa mshipi. Nilichapwa kichapo mpaka I could not kutoka hapo. I crawled to my bedroom. And I remember that day, I really cried and asked God, why are you allowing me to be beaten all this? And unajua kabisa, sikuwa nimeenda kufanya mabaya. I had gone for prayer. So tukaendelea, but after I got my third born, and by the way, he used to go and preach, and comes back and beats me mpaka najiuliza. In fact, I could not understand. Mtu anaweza aje kuhubiri na akuje anichape? I could not understand.
And then he expects you to be smiling whenever he's out with you. Probably he's in a congregation. You pretend and smile. You are good couples.
Yeah, so I used to tell him, no. How comes you are beating me na we mwenye unaenda kuhubiri? Na mimi I'm an outgoing person. So I used to talk to him and tell him, no, this is whatever you are doing, it's ungodly. So in the process, tukawa mfurutano sana, but the issue was he used to have some relationships, women out there. So after expecting my third born, ndio sasa maisha ilikuwa mbaya kabisa. Because alikataa mtoto, akasema mtoto si wake, tukakuwa tunasumbuana nini. He rejected the baby, he rejected me, but finally after getting the baby accept because mtoto kalitoka kama yeye, kana mfanana kabisa. So from there tukawa anaenda anakaa 1 week arudi, and in the process, by the way, sasa ilifika wakati he had intimidated me more than enough. So mimi nilikuwa nimenyamaza, ninasema sitauliza. He would come I remember one time he came and he would talk to me so bad things, using bad words to me. Ananiambia, you are useless, you'll never become anything, nitakuchapa, nitakufunja miguu, utarudi kwenyu without legs.
With all this beating, Suzan, like your parents didn't pick a note that something is not right in your marriage?
Already, there's a time he had taken me back home. Alifunga virago zangu wakiwa na mama yao. Mama yake akasema hapana, mimi nakurudi. Wakanidanganya, mimi nilikuwa nimekatalia kwa nyumba. You know, I'm a Murang'a girl. Girls that say ati mimi nitakaa kwa hii doa mpaka kwe. So wakati nitanicheka because I'm healed. I remember the mother alikuja na insist nirudishwe kwetu. So they tricked me.
That is now the mother-in-law.
Yes, they tricked me ati wanaenda sijui tunaenda kukesi. Kumbe nimebebewa nguo. Nilienda nikadampiwa kwetu. Wakati nidampiwa kwetu na wakaacha watoto, that's when I opened up to my parents. I said now the truth.
Oh, they took you plus the kids.
The kids, yes. Na nikaachanishwa. Na nikaachanishwa hapo. Sasa ile kunyamaza nika open up, nikawaambia now these are the things that have been happening. So nikaanza kusema this and this is what I've been facing, nini. And somehow, you know, parents will be parents. And everybody wants a marriage to work.
Exactly.
Na hakuna mzazi anataka aonekane ni kama alikutoa kwa doa. So nakwambia wewe, wacha tuone kama it will work. Sometime after and I don't know what was happening. Mimi mwenyewe after some time anakuja na nidanganya, narudi tena. Na by the way mimi nilikuwa najirudisha. Nikijirudisha tena zile abuse. Kuchapwa, kuongeleshwa, you know, he could tell me I'm a good for nothing woman. And by the way, this made me hate myself so much. I lost my self-esteem. Alafu ikafika wakati nikasema, wacha nijipoteze, hata hii upendo wachana nayo, for the sake of my kids. Wacha nifumilie.
Ujipumbaze.
But later on, the third one, now this third one, ndio alioa sasa kabisa. And I told God, now, if he gets married, mimi, nitawachana naye. I'm out of it. So this time, akawa, ili nitoke kwangu. That was 201. Hii wakati nimekuambia alikuwa ananichapa kabisa. That was the last day alinichapa. Nilifura, alitoa belt. Akanichapa na the buckle. You see the buckle? Akanichapa na the buckle, nikafura huku. Alafu, the following day, the women that we were praying with, they are the ones who came at least kunitengeneza na maji moto na nini. And remember, that day he was going to Nakuru to preach.
Anaenda kutoa ushuhuda Nakuru.
Then the difference of mine wananiambia, fanya hivi, wewe vumilia tu. So, and I remember kwanza mtoto alikuwa mgonjwa. So, bado nilimpeleka hospitali. So, from there, he never beat me again. But now, ilikuwa ni madharau. Ni madharau. Kuko uniongelesha kile anataka uniongelesha. So, this day, ili nitoke kwa boma yangu. Alikuwa ananiwekea biashara, lakini akiona hiyo biashara ina thrive, anakuja na iharibu. Na tena anasema ninapatana na wanaume, sijui, kuna wakati nilikuwa na hoteli. So in that hotel, nilikuwa, you know, I'm an outgoing woman. So
at that time you were still serving God. Bado tu yeye. Yes. Hiyo hoteli ika-peak so much. And by the way, because it was somewhere in Kikomba, I was dealing with men. I'm a marketer by profession. So me, I used to call, the people would come. Anasema ati wananitaka sijui nini. Finally akanitoa kwa hiyo biashara. Kumbe ananitoa ili
akioa nikuwe sina chochote. Sina biashara. That's when he got akakuja after some time akawa anani push out, mimi ninakatalia. So nikaenda, there's a time nilienda nikaomba my father money niweke biashara, nikaanza kutengeneza yogurt. Na that time yogurt haikuwa imejulikana sana. I remember it's my sister who showed me that person ambaye atanisaidia. So after kutengeneza yogurt, nilikuwa nakuja natengeneza maybe like 20 liters. Anakuja anaipata, anaimwaga kwa choo yote. So I think what he wanted, I think he wanted to disable me.
He wanted to render you useless.
Yeah, to render me useless. So from there tukawa na vita. Hapana, hii biashara lazima utaiwacha. Nini. Sasa akawa every time anakuja akute, so sasa si biashara, si nitaenda kufanya biashara. Anakuja anasema hapana, umekuwa wapi nini. So nami I think my mind had matured. So ningejua I had made up my mind. Sasa nikamwambia hii sitawacha. You want to destroy me na sitakubali. So tukawa, I think wakati aliona I'm not able, ninakataa kuacha hiyo biashara. One time he came, he wanted to, sasa akawa na spirit. Me, I think it was a spirit because he really wanted to kill me. Alikuwa amesema if I don't get out of that house, he's going to kill me. That day he came, I remember that day he came, akachukua manguo zote zangu, akaweka kwa sanduku. Alafu all the pictures za harusi akazifunja zote, kila kitu akararua, and then akashida na hizo nguo kwa gari akinitafuta. Now watoto because they knew their father walienda kwa stage kunigojea. Because he had said if he fights me, he's going to kill me. So kwa stage wakati walikuja wakaniambia mom.
Before that, had you had a fight or he just woke up without? Mulikuwa mmegombana ama?
No, the issue was niwache hii kazi niko nayo. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa vita. Na ninakataa kuacha hii kazi. So na mimi nilikuwa nasema hapana, it's my father's money. So sitaiwacha. So when watoto wanigojea kwa stage, tukakuja nikamwambia wacha nikuje kwa nyumba, I take something because I didn't have any nguo ya kubadilisha niende kwa mama mwingine rafiki. So that's how nilitoka nikaenda kwa huyu mama rafiki. Sasa huyu mama rafiki akanileta the following day. This guy said if I try stay in that house, he's going to kill me. So later on huyu mama akanisimamia akaniambia sasa nichukue. Nikamwambia acha nichukue vitu zangu. Kuenda hakuna nguo. Si nguo already he had packed na akaweka kwa gari. So nikaingia kwa bedroom. I prayed and asked God, why have you allowed my marriage to dissolve? And your word says that you hate divorce. I felt a small voice from my stomach saying, all things work together for good to them that love God and them that are called according to his purpose. 3 times ikarudia. Hata sijaisikia tena. Hiyo ndio ilinipatia confidence ya kutoka kwa hiyo boma. That's how I left without anything.
And you started from scratch.
I started from the scratch. In fact, I remember because I was very thin. I remember there's a time my mother brought me a skirt. A very big skirt. Najaribu kuipeleka kwa fundi hata hainitoshei. But I thank God. Kutoka hapo nikaacha watoto kwanza because I had a problem. Yeah. But after 3, is it 2.5 years?
You picked.
In fact, nikiwachukua ilikuwa vita. Nilienda kuwatembelea nikakuta hata wasomi nini. So that time he had married, alikuwa ameoa, amefanya harusi. Na ilikuwa kichapo. We were beaten so much, even my kids were beaten so much. But I had made up my mind. That is the time I made up my mind, na nikasema wacha nichukue watoto wangu na maisha iendelee. And I thank God because after making my decision and taking my kids, my family came in. They really helped me. They really stood with me concerning the kids and what have you.
So, Susan, as we wrap up, you know, probably there could be some family somewhere or someone somewhere who is in a relationship that is not working and would probably wish to work with you. How can you be found?
Okay, if you want to find me, I can give you my number. My number is 0715 208863. And we can be able to talk, and I can be able to encourage you. I remember yesterday I was in a fellowship somewhere, and I was told to, because I'm a new person, I stood to say hi, and I remember I don't know why I talked about what I've gone through, but ladies were coming to me and telling me that you have touched my life. But what I can say is this: God is the one who ordains marriage, and He's the one who can keep that marriage. Also, I can talk to the ladies. Don't allow yourself to be abused in a relationship.
Not working.
If it's not working, it's not working. Don't allow yourself to be destroyed. Yeah, you have a life to live.
Exactly. Thanks so much, Susie. I'm sure people will reach you out because you have a story to share and to inspire. So, nimeshukuru sana.
Amen. Thank you very much, even for hosting me. God bless.
Amen. So, for those people who are in a relationship, I think you've heard Suzan. Suzan's story is so inspiring. So, in case you need any help or probably to discuss something that is personal with her, you can contact her because she has already shared her number. Till next time, I'm your host, Jalm Suma.